Okay, over to you guys.
Who's first? Martin, obviously, we know the PGA Tour situation run for the last 24 hours. There's still been silence from the DP World Tour. Does that surprise you?
Not so much. I think last time the PGA Tour they went first too, and then the European Tour, the DP World Tour came second. So I guess they just want to wait until the tournament is over, until they have their own tournament finished in Sweden. And I guess latest Monday, Tuesday we will hear something.
Because you've had 24 hours now to speak to lawyers, speak to advisors. As things stand, you're still in the field in Munich in a couple of weeks' time, right? You haven't heard otherwise?
I haven't heard anything. I'm planning to play in Munich, yeah. We just need to see and wait, I guess.
What do you think are their options now in the DP World Tour?
It's not for me to say. I mean, I don't want to get into that. I think in the end of the day, you know, we should focus on playing the game of golf. It doesn't matter where you play. That's my opinion. It does help the sport. If some tourists take it personal, then that is their issue, I guess. I don't see why they should, because we should focus on the main and the big picture, which is the game of golf that we promote. It doesn't matter where you play in the world. It's the greatest sport out there, I believe. So there's no reason to get upset, I guess.
You know, you love the game of golf. You love it since you were a little kid. A lot of us here have as well. Does it cause you any pain? Does it hurt you at all to see what's happening to them? It's being torn apart. The only people that are going to suffer at the end of the day is golf fans. Is that right?
You mean the DP World Tour?
No, just the game of golf. Game of professional golf generally is just being torn apart. It's divisive at the moment.
I think you can see it in a negative point, or you can see it in a positive point. You know, if you look at it in a positive way, the game is growing into a direction that we don't know yet. But I think it has so much potential, and there's nothing to be scared of. I think it's a great opportunity for the game to make it even more exciting. Doesn't mean that the old is gone. You just add a new. So I think media, that they can put it sometimes in a very negative way, sometimes they can put it in a very positive way. I think if you see it neutral or focus on the stuff that you want to see with a game of golf, then I think it's a very positive thing what is happening here.
Does your win at the U.S. Open seem like a long time ago now to you, given all that's occurred, or do you look back on it as if it wasn't that long? And
No, it was. I mean, this is 8 years ago. A lot has happened in 8 years. You know, my game has grown. Me as a person, I've developed. So I just look forward to enjoy, you know, the next 10, 12 years of my career, and that's the beauty about golf. You can still win majors. Yeah, I mean, Phil, he proved it, you know, even in his 50s. So the most important thing is to stay healthy and keep the passion up. If you can keep the passion up, then I think it's a good possibility to play golf for a long time.
Martin, what do you think about Bryson joining LIV? He's obviously a big draw for a lot of people. What do you think about his...
I think more the merrier. You know, I don't think it's. I think it's great for obviously for that tour, for us players. Even better players are coming out here. I don't know how the field will look in Portland, but as I said, you know, if you can play against more players who are up there in the world rankings, and it's also proof that this tour here and this tournament is going into the right direction. You know, they stay in their frame, they do what they promised to do with a game of golf for us players, and they deliver it within a few weeks. I mean, that event so far has been great, especially in that time frame. If you look at it, they only had a few weeks. So from that point of view, it's been an amazing week so far.
Great, thank you, Martin.
One final one, Martin, if you don't mind. You say the more the merrier. If 20, 30, 40 players who are, no disrespect, but higher in the world ranking when you come along, have you been given reassurances that you've still got a place in this tour, that you're not just going to be thrown to the sharks and you've got nowhere to go?
There's another way of looking at it in a negative way. You know, I will always play the game of golf. I don't really... If I can play the game of golf on the Asian Tour, on the DP World Tour, PGA Tour, or LIV Golf Tour.
You can't play the PGA Tour.
I'm not a member anymore anyways. Yeah. So, you know, I decided not to play the PGA Tour because I want to have a clear cut. I want to have it... I want to be in an active position, you know, to decide for myself. That is what I did. If you see where I am at in my life and in the world ranking, it just made sense to me. So what the DP world is going to do, we will see next week. Until then,
Great. Thanks, guys.
We'll wait.
Thank you, Martin.
thank you.